can see, tent's all set up. I'm using these hills or mounds to block. Now normally you would set, the wind's coming from that way, normally I'd set the tail, but obviously I can't. I could probably, and I'd be hanging off the end here, but the thing is the most of the tent would be hanging out as well, so it'd catch the wind. I'm hoping that the majority of wind, because it seems quite calmer now, will just skim over the top. The only negative is loads of midges when there's no wind. So later on they'll probably be up, but the good thing is, because I'm so tired, I'll be settling down nice and early tonight. So I'll see the sun, they will crash out, I know that for a fact, and then we'll be gone. If there's no wind, that is. We'll be in the land of, we'll put it like this, we'll be closest to coma you could get after getting no sleep the other night. We've got a waterfall up here, so I've got plenty of water, and the dogs can get water, but I don't want them getting wet when it gets late. Poor Stella's looking really stiff. We're going to go for a paddle in a minute after I've had my lunch, a late lunch at 4 o'clock. And then I'll have dinner in a bit. But everywhere else is very windy. I don't know if you can see that mound, the grass over there. I thought that was a tick there. It's a fly. So we here are getting a little bit of wind, just enough. See them flowers? I think we did about 7 miles. It wasn't that far to Ben MacDo, I think it's called, MacDo. We're going to have a paddle down there on our private beach, and then we're going to have a look at the sand over there. So beautiful, isn't it? Now the flip-flops are coming in handy, as long as I don't pick ticks up. But yeah, so got sidetracked. Did 6 to 7 miles, nothing much, but it was all uphill. That's what took the time, because you're going out quite a steep gradient. Coming down here was fun, very tricky and sketchy because it's all loose gravel, so you're skating, but well worth it. Look at some of them. I know some people got tracks and they're quite sketchy, some of them tracks are. So yeah, I've got to have lunch and I'll talk to you later, because it's been go, go, go. But I'm quite happy with that. Tent's dry, gears are dry, socks are dry, and that's such a good idea. Stick them on the poles and then turn them inside out and then turn them outside again, so all areas get dry. But last night they weren't quite dry, so I stuck them in the tent and forgot all about them, because the wind was blowing through so much. They were nice and dry. So result. So we're stopping here tonight, and tomorrow we shall trek back past the loch, back down past the memorial hut and down that valley, and we'll pitch somewhere not too far, so it's not a long hike tomorrow. Sorry if you get wind noise, it picks out every now and then, but this is what I'm checking. I'm looking at a tent and look, it's getting buffeted, but hardly any shaking, hardly any vibration at all. So it's enough to keep the midges away, but we've got enough protection to stop being out in the open and getting walloped again if things turn later on. But as I say, yeah, normally you would have the tent facing that way, not side on. But you know what I mean? I could have put it down further, but there's a marsh down there, and here it's all kind of, I don't know, peaty, and if it rains, the water will run on that, and that'll turn into a sludge pie. That's why I stuck it slightly raised up here. So if it does rain, water will run down, yes, but then it'll run further down. See, run off the edges. That's the theory anyway. Right, lunch at 4 o'clock. said it was stiff a minute ago, now look at her. She wants me to throw a ball, which is basically a rock. And then she'll go in the water. Now do I do it? It's early. She'll dry off. Do it good. So let's do it. Oh! That should do it. Go and get the ball. She'll stiffen out after this, but it's like us. That's why I'm sick of my feet now. Even though I'm getting gravel in them. But you're not had enough. Oh, no. Come on, stop doing that. Oh, that's better. I'm getting used to it now. It's cold. Good morning everyone. Day 3 in paradise. And it is. And look at that. Can't get the waterfall, I don't think. But anyway, it's hot, but that sun's going to be short-lived because we've got a big bank of cloud to the left, going to swamp it. It's 7:15 now. I was up at 6:30 because the sun was belting on the tent and temperatures were rising. Typically I get up, start breakfast, start to think about what we're going to do, and the cloud comes and swamps the sun. So, oh, if you can see the distance, oh, I missed it. There was a water tornado, little one. Might have caught it if I look back on the video. Sort of spiral of water spinning around on the loch. That's unusual, but anyway, it was blustery last night, but not bad. Nothing like we had the night before, just bursts of it. Nothing to panic about. Got a good night's sleep. Woke up a couple of times, but that was fine. Fed the dogs at 12, came out, it was quite chilly with the wind. Look at that sun, when it's out, woof. Don't have to warm the tent up. As I say, it's going to get choked by all this cloud soon. Hopefully it'll burn it off. But I don't want to move out just in case we get what we got last time. Heavy showers. That's early morning. Seems to be the thing at the moment. Right, gonna finish my coffee and crash out and rest for these two monsters. Don't know where he's gone, he's hiding. There he is. They've had their piece of protein bar, they're happy. Mercenaries. Chat to you later. 10 to 9. Bit grey and misty at the moment, so I'm not breaking the tent at the moment. I want it like that. Scattered cloud. It is going to clear, but we get the odd light misting, and you know what it's like, you can get soaked. So I want to break at the right time. Everything's more or less packed away, just like a few bits. And the tent, lie down, rebel. Lie down. Thinks he's missing out to it. Tent's all empty, I'll give it a sweep out. There's still some dog hairs. Electrolytes are made, bags are packed. Just last few bits, as I say, and then the tent. But I'm not no rush, and I'm definitely in no rush to get soaked. So we're just going to sit it out and see what happens for about 10 minutes. Just as I thought, it started raining. I knew it would. Thank God I didn't bag up. Well, I didn't break the tent down on me. Good God. So, we'll ride it out. Once this is blown through, I think we'll be fine. What time is it? 12 minutes past 9. It's been waiting to do it. I knew it was coming. There's a hell of a lot of grey cloud over one side. It's only low mountain cloud, but it can give you a good soaking. So we'll sit it out for another 10-15 minutes and hopefully it'll break. I want cloud like that over there. When I get cloud like that, I can break the tent down and then we can start moving on. So it's a waiting game now. Believe it or not, it'll soon dry up once that sun comes out again. Still here. I thought I'd feed the dogs, get them out of the way, saves me carrying the weight. It's 9:30. I normally feed them about 10, so it's a bit early. I race off. You know, and just sit here. All the gear's packed, tent's ready to go. Bowls are drying for them. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the wind changed at times last night and came from that way. Exactly where my tail end was facing. How about that? That was a bit of luck. So if I'd faced it the way I should have done last night, as such, where my arm is, like that, I would have been buffeted. But because I did what I did, and the wind come over, as I say, over that ridge there, my tail end was in there, and we got some ventilation. There was no condensation at all. Now it's gone hot. Typical, isn't it? Feed the dogs and now the sun comes out. Had a short shower, nothing much. As I say, I'm just in one of my lazy moods because I know we ain't got far to go, so I will stop at the memorial hut for some lunch for me. And then go down. It's Glenderry, where I'm on a pitch somewhere along there by the river. So we'll see what we can find. It's more isolated, less chance of someone being there. They tend to be either a little further on where the wooded areas are, and then over that footbridge you saw, and towards that that hut. I can't remember the name of it, but around that way. And then, as I say, getting nearer to Lynn of Dee Woods. There's always campers around there. So what I want to do is pitch some on Glenderry, which is, I'm guessing, about 4 miles, 5 miles at the most, which is nothing, is it? And once we've gone up this first bit, it's all downhill then, so it's even easier. So no panic. So plan is now, if it's 9:30, I can't move them to about 10:10. I fed them about just gone 20 past, so it'd be 50 minutes. You've got to give them nearly an hour, you know what I mean, just in case, because I mean, especially with Rebel, if you're carrying a pack, dogs can go down with bloat, because what happens, they gulp the food, you get a lot of wind trapped in there, and then they exercise and then intestines twist. So what happens is by feeding them and giving them time, that air escapes and the stomachs don't swell as much, and then they're okay for exercising. Bloat is a big killer in dogs. I've known a few people who've had real big issues and been lucky to save their dogs, but it's cost them thousands to do it, and vet bills and surgery. So always be careful, common sense, and be careful. Feed your dog, but don't exercise it after. Let it settle. Right, nothing else to talk about. That makes a change for me, doesn't it? I'm just resting, relaxing. Just seeing what happens. Get the tent down hopefully in the next half hour. 10:15. Hasn't really cleared up. All cleared over. No problems. No rubbish. No trace except flat ground. That was a good spot, that was. Really enjoyed it. Right, we've got to go that way. I apologise for the wind noise. I'll see you a bit further on out of the wind. Crazy 10 minutes there. Got the poncho on, trying to throw it over the back of my pack in strong winds. I mean, it's all calm now, but you can see down there the wind's down there hitting the lock. See the waves? But here where we are, it's not too bad. But we had a load of mountain mist and really strong winds, so I had to take my jacket that's light and not for this off and chuck my poncho on. Now when you're at home, throwing a poncho over a pack is easy, but when you're throwing a poncho over a pack in strong winds, it wouldn't do it. So I've got the front and sides covered, but backpack is not, but it's only light mist. My back is covered from the backpack, so I don't need to worry about that. So in theory I'm dry. Right, there's our lock where we camped the first day. We're heading down that way, down to the memorial hut where I have lunch and regroup. Rebel, leave it! Well, he's eating, so for shouting then. Right, coming up there. Oh, need to be quick. Sorry, I moved it quickly. Had to get you out of the wind. Right, I better move on just to get windy again. Someone going at the top there in this weather. Mad. It's about 60-70 mile winds up there blowing me over. I got about a 45 pound pack on my back. I weigh 175 pounds and I was getting blown all over the place. It's getting better as we're going down. Oh, thank God for that. Back in jacket. The rain stopped. Oops. And then the wind just went. Look at it now, look. Nothing there. Unbelievable, it just went crazy up there. Ah, this is fun, isn't it? Right, lunch at the shelter. Oh, and a regroup. Boy, I made 20 minutes. Now look at that. Over the brow, you wouldn't even know there's a wind, would you? Unbelievable that was. Right, see you at the hut. Well, we had lunch at the Hutchinson hut that's up there in the belly of that valley. Still windy, still drizzling, but we got sunny spells down here where we're going. Very beautiful. Met two lovely Czechoslovakian ladies. Sorry, that's my DJI turning off. Had a good chat. They were over for 2 weeks holidaying, talking about camping gear and where they've been. Oh, that's nice. Sun's coming out. Oh, yes, at last. That's what we need. Beautiful.
Close your eyes, get some rest. I'm by your side, lay your head on my chest. I know you've had a really bad day.
As you can see, we're down at Glenderry. There's a river along there. I want to wait till we get nearer to the river to go and hop across, because I don't fancy hiking all through that. And plus, you're not guaranteed a spot when you get there, so I want to see any spots where people have used before. It's much warmer down here. I think it's about 2ish, 10 past 2. Calm, beautiful. I'm just hiking and taking nice and slow. Slow for Stella, slow for me. Soaking up the atmosphere and the energy. You can feel the atmosphere, can't you? That's where we were, up on top of them. Right in between them. And you can see it's breaking up there. The cloud is slowly breaking up, so it's going to get warmer later. But yeah, I'm looking for a camp spot, but within the next hour or so. Don't want to be too early, otherwise we're just sitting in the sun. I can't let the dogs in the tent, they were just cooking there. But we might be lucky and find some shade anyway, some trees. So, every step I'm taking this way is getting us nearer to the car for a good little hike tomorrow. So we go back to the car, just in case the weather changes. Beautiful.
The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies
And as you can see, we're back at the car. 1746. We didn't do a third pitch. Honest answer, I got chatting to a load of people, met people I'd seen on the way up to Ben McDewey, walked back with some of them, had a great conversation, and before I knew it happened, I was about 3 miles away from Linda D Woods. So we took a nice stroll back, and we got back to the car. So it didn't happen. Just one of the things, we're just doing too well again. Been busy in the car park, and the winds are still strong. They're not really showing at the moment on the trees, but the winds have been blown like a good one. Dogs are worn out, I'm worn out. We've had a good 3 days, no complaints, well worth it. And we'll see where the next one takes us. It's going to be somewhere like on the coast, and I'll try and make it 4 days. I've been cutting a day off each time now, haven't I? That's just, I'm doing too well, you know what I mean? We're progressing. Before that happens, time's flying. So to all those people that watch the videos, thank you very much. To all those that give a comment, I do honestly try and get back to everyone, but sometimes YouTube doesn't notify me, so I have to keep checking back in the videos. Any new subscribers, thanks for subscribing. I'm not in it for the subscribers, I'm not in it for the likes, I'm not in it for any promotion. I'd be doing a lot more different if I was. I'm here just to show the trails, show the adventures we get up to. The dogs are the stars, I'm just the Sherpa. So I appreciate everyone's comments, and thanks for subscribing, as I say, and hopefully we'll see you next time. But from now, it's bye from us. And don't forget, no, they're not going to tell us, they're worn out. Don't forget to live the dream, everyone. Goodbye for now.